Today we're going to take you with us for a whole day so you can see what a typical day in our lives is like. Living in the city of Shenzhen, we actually don't know the city very well and there are many things we're still learning. But no matter what happens, you're going to join us today. Hi Nafur, what are you doing?
No,
Noelia, right? Don't be rude.
I don't know what to call them. What a mess.
Say hello to our #1 domestic worker. His name is Piedra. The first thing is to take out the trash. Every morning you have to take it out. Goodbye, Furfur, goodbye. A cloudy day again. Done. Now the second step is to go buy breakfast because later we're going to go to Walmart, which is part of what we would do on a Monday. Many times we also go to Sam's Club, but that's a little farther away, so we go on Sundays. But the thing is that this Tuesday I have to check into the hospital for a minor surgery. So there's no point in going all the way to Sam's and stocking up because for the next 10 days I won't be able to eat many things. And by the way, this is the community where we live. It's very close to Baha'u'llah Airport and it's very beautiful and at a very good price compared to what's available in other parts of the city. And since it's far from the financial district and downtown, here you can get really nice apartments, almost at half the price compared to other areas. And something really strange is that this garden you're seeing is actually on the second floor. Here there's like a lobby in the community and going down is the entrance to where we live. It's like a hotel lobby. The good thing is that right outside we have all the amenities here. Sometimes we come to buy fruit, but honestly it's a little expensive compared to the supermarket for some reason. In China they really like imported fruit, which is almost 3 times more expensive than regular fruit. And I don't know if it tastes better or something, but we usually buy it at the supermarket. This is where we live and the supermarket is right across the street. And this is the supermarket, which is very small, but it has the basics, and one of the big luxuries we missed from other places is bread. Unfortunately, at this stage I can't eat bread, so we leave it there. And in the frozen section we have all kinds of dumplings, which I also can't eat right now. But these ones with pork and corn, I like them a lot. Right now I was sent to get coconut milk for the oatmeal, it's 20 yen. This is what I was telling you about the fruit. There are different types, for example, this one is 13.90, this one is 7.99 and this one is 17.90. I don't know what the difference is, one looks redder than the other. Should we take the one in the middle? We can't go without some bananas. Bananas are 5.99 per half kilo. Normally we would pay here, but the fruit has to be weighed, so we can't. We have to go over there.
How much? How much better?
How much? Now we have to have breakfast again. What's wrong? It hurts? Now we're in the back section of the community where we live. Our building should be over there. Something we loved about this community is the view you get and the beautiful walk you can take along the river or the canal, and it's the perfect place to go for a run. This is another thing we really like. We have a robot police officer. Goodbye Robocop, I'm going to breakfast. Hi Porper, I brought you breakfast.
We're filming on a day when our life is a mess.
Annie, stop cursing.
I mean literally. Today we have to do laundry, we have to take all this mess we have here to the office because we just let it pile up until there's too much.
Well, we're just getting here, it's understandable.
The clothes I just took down are right there. It would have been nicer if you had come when the whole house was tidy, right?
But that's why it's called a normal day, authentic in our lives, not a planned day. This is just how it is, just as you're going to see it. That's why I'm in pajamas. I took a bit long shopping and arrived late. Now we have a meeting with our editor in Colombia, so we'll handle that before continuing. Hi Brandon, how are you? Are you in a video about Mexicans in China? Really? Yes. How? So we're filming a day in our lives and well, this is part of the day? Oh, so I'm part of the day. Well, it's the meeting. We have to film a bit, right? Yes, greetings. He's our editor, Brandon. He's in Colombia, so we get together from time to time to review some of the videos. What time is it over there, Brandon? It's 6 post meridium, so it's early. Well, let's get started. Come on, Nekvi, are you not here anymore? In a video, I almost had a heart attack. I wasn't ready for that, honestly. I didn't even. And now, did you comb your hair? No. It's time for breakfast, and normally we would eat oatmeal, but I forgot to buy it. But well, let's make some eggs, let's cut up a little fruit, some tibicos for digestion, and that's it. After our 3-month trip around China, we arrived in a city where we had never lived before. We haven't adapted yet, we still don't know what we eat, at what time we eat, or when. And, well, it's part of adapting to a new life. Here in Shenzhen, we don't even know the supermarkets well. Today we're going to Walmart, but we don't know what to expect. Neth, do you know how to crack eggs with one hand?
I can try. If you don't like how I crack the eggs, well, that's on you. Anyway, you can't get by just on looks anymore. That's what my mom said. Oh shit, I'm making a mess. Don't look up my cooking techniques. I don't know how to cook. I'm learning right now.
Life in China wouldn't be the same without this steamer, and here we make everything in it. Vegetables, rice, pressure cooker.
Mainly since it's not really a steamer.
But it's also a steamer. You can use it as a steamer or not. It's an instant pot. Well, it's a pressure cooker. A pressure cooker is a pressure cooker. Now we're going to the gym, and this is one of the problems of living in this part of the world, because there are so many people that there isn't enough training. So people block you in and you have to play Tetris to find a space and then play Tetris again to get your motorcycle out. And the worst part is that they put alarms on them and lock them and everything, so then it's impossible to get things out.
She has finally been exposed. Careful, careful.
Finally, this is normal sometimes. Sometimes it gets worse.
We're arriving at the mall where we come to the gym. It's about 6 kilometers from our house, and as you can see, the area already looks different. The businesses along the way are becoming more Chinese. The area where we live is actually newer, it's next to the expo center, and that's why everything looks cleaner, more spacious, and less crowded. But are we back in regular China now?
If you've been following our channel for a while, you've probably noticed that we've changed cities 3 times already, and with that we've seen different aspects of China. For example, the city of Suzhou, which was the first place we lived in, was very new. It was something that didn't exist about 20 years ago. So is everything planned according to the present day? For example, electric motorcycles already existed, so they made sure to leave some lanes or entire roads for them. For people who ride electric motorcycles, and it's very convenient and pleasant to ride over there. On the other hand, in Yangshuo you can see that they had to adapt. They put up some lanes made with white fences. They're fine, they're spacious, but you can tell they're improvised. And there are many parts where it's not so convenient. And on the other hand, here in the city of Shenzhen, it's an older city. It's a city that was built with the technology that existed back then, which was bicycles, and yes, they did leave lanes on the sidewalk. Nowadays, electric scooters go much faster and there are a lot of them, so it can get really annoying. And I think it's even a danger for pedestrians because they go by at 70 kilometers per hour, 50 kilometers per hour. Especially the food delivery guys, and people aren't really paying much attention either, especially tourists.
Right now we're already inside the mall, and something that we found really interesting.
The first time we came here, we noticed they have a store with only Russian products, which is this one right here. And that's where we buy the dark chocolate, like 90%, which is the only sweet thing we eat now, in quotes, because it's actually bitter.
Any shopping mall in China is huge. For example, this one has 4 floors, and we found it while going out for a ride on the motorcycle because to get to know the area where we live, we thought it would be nice to go out and explore. And we came across the gym, which you'll see is quite unique. It's very common in shopping malls in China to have these karaoke booths. People love them. And while they're waiting for their movie or while they're waiting for their dad to come out of the gym, they have fun here. Yes.
These are the kinds of movies they have here in China. Comedies, romances, dramas, and movies about the Chinese army that defeat foreign rivals, and not much else but very few foreign movies.
Did you see what the theater is called? It's called Captain America Cinema. And right next to the Captain America Cinema, there's our gym, which is the Legends Gym. And it has an Avengers theme throughout the whole gym. Look.
Cool, ni hao. This is how we enter ours. Our card is on our WeChat. And the cool thing about this app that the gym has in WeChat is that it tracks the days you've gone to the gym and how much time you've spent there. So it's pretty convenient to have a record of when you've missed, how many days you've come, and when you've met your goals. Is it motivating? Even though this gym looks a bit extravagant, the truth is it's not fancy at all. In fact, it's actually quite affordable. I'm going to tell you the price in a moment, but first I'm going to show you the facilities of this place after passing the reception. Here we have a boxing ring, which I assume they use to give some classes. On this other side, we have treadmills, a lot of them. Right now everything is empty because we come to work out at a time when people are either working or at school. Here are some ellipticals, and on this other side we have the weight machines and all these gadgets that people use to get really strong. Further ahead we have the classrooms. In this one here, you can take Korean or Latin dance classes. They change every month. In fact, here is this month's schedule. It's for March. They have aerobics here, Korean dance, and they also have jazz. And we have a very special spinning room or stationary bike room like these that literally looks like a nightclub. This concept, I know it's very common abroad, at least in Mexico. There are hundreds of these places where you go with a musical theme and a girl who is telling you, come on, push harder, and so on. But I haven't seen it that much here. When we arrived at this gym, it really caught our attention that they do have it here. Right now the light is off, but these are the bikes. These white lines and circles light up, and then it gets really cool. It's pretty wild. The main thing is further back. We have a more private area where people who have personal coaches train. It's for CrossFit and calisthenics and, well, for people who have spent more money in this place. And over here are the men's and women's locker rooms. They're pretty nice, nothing out of this world. They're very basic, but I like that they're decorated with a Marvel Avengers theme. These lockers in the locker room are completely free. They're included with your membership, and you can request them at the gym's front desk. I never ask for it because I'm more afraid of losing the key and actually being charged for it. Are you satisfied with the service at this gym?
Mitzi, well, yes, good price, $16.88 now.
1,688 won per person per year. It wasn't even a year, it was 14 months, 2 extra months, and we have the option to pause our membership 3 times. It sounds like a commercial, but honestly, the price and the service were fantastic, and even though it's not luxurious, for me it's top-notch. Also, the price includes all those classes that are offered in the studios I already showed you. Yoga, spinning, Korean dance, jazz, aerobics. You can come here with the peace of mind that everything is included and it's wonderful.
It's really strange to be back at the gym after so many years. Back in college, I played American football. I played for the Borregos of Tec de Monterrey Toluca campus. Back then, the gym was our daily bread. We went every day, and I even weighed up to 110 kilos. But well, after that, age catches up, you start working, and all that gym progress goes away, so it's like starting over. But now with more years and more worn out.
I think Max has already finished his routine, and I finished mine too. Today I just ran for about half an hour. We're going to shower, and after that, we're heading to Wunite. Today is one of those days, friends. Today I forgot everything I was supposed to bring to the gym. I forgot my towel, I forgot my shampoo, I forgot my moisturizer, I forgot everything. Oh well. This mall has really unique shops. Besides the Russian goods store we showed you a little while ago. You should also know that there are hardly any foreign brands here. All the businesses are Chinese. There's even a store that's just for getting stuffed animals out of the machines. These, for example, this place here is just for coming to play billiards. In theory, today's plan was to eat at home, but since it got late, we're going to stop here. In this restaurant called Gaga, which is more of a healthy food place, they have salads, bowls, and all those kinds of things. And after that, we're going to Walmart to do the shopping for the rest of the week so we can eat at home. Look how crazy that is. This mall, which is super big, is much bigger than the mall we were at a little while ago. Here it is, Gaga. It's the first time we're going to eat here, so let's see how it is. Everything. In this restaurant, everything looks absolutely delicious. We have several bowls here that have rice, quinoa, protein, vegetables. It's what I like to eat the most, like I usually do. When I was studying at Suzhou University, I used to walk by one of those every day. And I would eat that for lunch, for dinner. I would even take one more for dinner, for max 2. In this case, I ordered a bowl of roasted pumpkin. It doesn't have any kind of meat, but that's just what I was craving.
It's supposed to be something Korean. It has egg, a bit of meat, kimchi, vegetables, rice, and I don't know what this dressing is, but let's find out.
We're already arriving at Walmart. It's right here, just behind me. And look at the view we have in front of us. Where else are you going to find a Walmart? And right in front, there's a group of food carts. As you can see, carts from all over China. And at the same time, the chaos of electric scooters passing through here.
Welcome to Hua Arma. How do you say it in English? Hua Arma, Hua Arma. Those are the correct characters.
A Walmart in China is not like a Walmart in Mexico. I have to say the reason why we're coming to Walmart and not another supermarket is because Walmart is an American supermarket. Well, yes, it has some other things that we could normally find in our country that they don't sell in Chinese supermarkets.
It looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? The signs really remind me of Walmart back home.
The funny thing is that these signs are to advertise clothes that are resistant to ultraviolet sunlight. This whole section here is face masks, caps with neck covers, jackets, these thin ones that are for summer. When it's 40 degrees, we even have the crop top version. We have umbrellas on this side. And this isn't just any umbrella, it's an umbrella with a sun protection factor of 50. Let's keep going. We have the cosmetics section, which in fact is already much bigger than that of any regular Chinese supermarket. It's something we really miss from supermarkets in Mexico. Because in Mexico you have a lot of variety of hair oils, conditioners, shampoos, all kinds of scents, body mist. So you can smell nice, everything, and here there isn't as much. The cosmetics section, the shampoos, and all of that is usually just in a tiny aisle really, from here to where it is. Max is usually the size, and look at what it is in Walmart. In Walmart, it's 4 aisles. Look at the brands they sell at Walmart. Fino, this is Japanese. Super Mild, which is also Japanese. This is shampoo. This one called Kirsty, which I think is Chinese. And this one is called Space. They have very strange brands that I don't know. Many Korean, many Japanese, many Chinese. And they also have, for example, Schwarzkopf, which is a brand that is sold abroad. Look at this whole section of hair dyes and you'll notice that there isn't a single blonde dye. For example, this one that's like a reddish brown, a little lighter. This is dark brown, dark brown. Also like a chocolate shade. All the shades are dark shades, including the ones we could say are more fantasy colors. This one is a bit more purple, and this one here is reddish, kind of like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. The lightest shade I found is this one here, and notice that it's not blonde or anything. This one, which is L'Oreal, costs 63 yuan. We also have this one from Schwarzkopf, which is supposed to be a slightly more professional brand, and it costs 89 yuan. And well, this brand, which we could say is a bit more local, it's Korean, costs 69 yuan, just like the L'Oreal one. Now, even though we've studied Chinese, we learn every day, and we're still far from speaking perfect Chinese. And therefore, coming to the supermarket, even if it's a more international one like Walmart, is still a problem. This L'Oreal oil, is it for hair? I would love to know exactly what it's used for, or what essence it has, or what ingredients, and I can't because it's in Chinese. I would have to translate it, which isn't a big problem either, but still it's an obstacle. I'm going to take one of these Pantene hair masks, which costs 69.80 because it's the only thing I saw on the internet that I actually found here.
This is the first time I've seen a pet section in a supermarket in China. Because yes, it's true that there are pet stores in China.
But in a supermarket, you usually don't find products for your pets. And here they have an endless variety. What is this? It's like a treat for your kitties.
You can offer paste and they'll come to lick it. Should we bring some?
Sure, why not? Each one of these costs 9.90. And not only that, they sell food for kittens, for big cats, for little kittens, canned food, they sell it in small bags, also for dogs, for cats. It's pretty funny that the only brand I know is this one, Whiskas. The rest are like Chinese brands. That's good. One that does seem familiar to me is this one called Kachur, which is for cat products. They have really good stuff. For example, the tofu cat litter I buy is from that same brand. What did you find? Don't shoot me with that, Michael. Things you can buy at a Walmart in China, like here, there's not as much stigma about it as we have in Mexico, so it's much more common to see it on the street. I feel like in Mexico we don't give this much to our young people, to our children. Maybe to keep them from identifying with a very serious security problem we have. What's this Transformer's name? It doesn't even have an English name.
I always take it expecting a huge satisfaction, but no, it never satisfies me as much as I would think.
Here are the products for babies. We have brands like Aveeno, which we do have in other countries. We have Johnson, and of course we have the brand with the sleeping baby. This is like an enzymatic detergent for babies. It costs 9.99 yuan. It's quite affordable.
Walmart's clothing is usually very affordable, so I'd like to know if it's cheaper. Here in China, for example, a girl's t-shirt is 49 yuan, which is about 150 Mexican pesos.
But also, have you noticed something? Mitzi looks at the t-shirt and Real Madrid appears.
Married McRae Phil. Ah, look, they have original products for 49 yuan.
I wonder if they sell pirated goods inside Walmart in China, because in many shopping malls, it's not that you find pirated goods, but you find alternative brands. For example, Lacoste was replaced by a brand called Cartello and people buy it. I think they don't really have the stigma of it being fake, people just buy it.
But also, what's curious about that brand called Cartello is that the logo is literally the Lacoste logo. But on the other hand, we have brands like Dickies, Nike t-shirts. This one also costs 169 yuan, and there are polos for people who are already older like Max. They also sell dress pants at Walmart for 99 yuan, about 100 yuan. You can dress just like an office gentleman. School uniforms are flying off the shelves.
Here in China, no matter where you go, the uniforms are almost always the same unless it's a private school or something. You can come and buy them at Walmart, you can buy them at the stationery store, everyone sells them. And I remember that in Mexico, private schools make a fortune from their uniforms. At least the one I went to was like that.
They were pretty affordable uniforms. For example, the sweatshirt costs 128 yuan, about 400 pesos.
350 pesos.
The long-sleeved polo shirt costs 50 yuan.
Okay, 450 pesos.
And we also have the short-sleeved one here. It costs 69 yuan.
They're for middle school.
They put it here. Here we have the kitchen appliances section. And one of the items you can't live without in China is a rice cooker or steamer, whatever you want to call it. There are different types and different prices. This one, for example, is quite expensive. It costs 1,299 yuan. I think even my electric pressure cooker at home didn't cost me that much. And we also have this one, for example, which is from the same brand and costs 599 yuan. Wow, I think these are machines for rinsing food. Oh no, look, are these air fryers or what is this? Yes, they are air fryers. This one here is 599 and the one next to it, which looks the same, is 100 yuan less. And these here are also 499 for this one. 399 for this one here. This one looks pretty good and costs only 169. In Mexico, I had never seen a Walmart with 2 floors, but I don't know if there are Walmarts in your countries. And if there are any with 2 floors, let me know in the comments. Now we're finally getting to the delicious food area. Over here we have some waffles, bread that looks really fluffy, 10 yuan for the bread. Here is what would be the bakery section, and honestly, pastries in China are a little bit strange. They have sweets that normally wouldn't be sold in Mexico, except for the donuts. Those are sold over there. Normally, in Walmart in Mexico, they would have a section where things are separated on trays, not already packaged, as if they were just made right there.
Walmart in Mexico has a prepared food section.
Yes, but it's Mexican food.
It's pigeons and duck heads, and that's it.
Things they have at the Walmart in China. Look at all the things they have, like in this refrigerated section. They're like intestines, noodles, I think it's all tsengzi pasta, which is made from rice, or it can also be made from sweet potato. We have what would be like ham, already packaged. It costs 14 yuan for 150 grams. We have bacon. This is from a Chinese brand called Shanghai Bacon. It has 150 grams. It costs 15 yuan. We also have this brand that's American and it's delicious. This one is more expensive. It costs 20 yuan, but it has 180 grams, a little more.
Yeah, I had never seen it before.
That's crazy. They sell jellyfish head. And how many yuan is the jellyfish head?
Eggs. These aren't the century eggs we tried on Slavatsky's show.
I don't know, but it does seem like they're fermented. Thank you.
Recently, we went on a show where we filmed with Slavatsky and Carla Camacho. We were going to try some eggs called century eggs, and they were already about to throw up. And they're not bad, you just have to get used to the taste.
Here we have the chicken breast. We need about half a kilo of breast for 14.73 yuan.
Duck meat is the cheapest, 8.93 for half a kilo of duck meat. This is something that will impress a lot of people. It really impressed me when we went to Mexico. And here Coca-Cola costs 3.50 yuan for 500 milliliters, that's 9 pesos. When I went to Mexico, I saw Coca-Colas for 20, and the canned one is 2.70, 330 milliliters, which is 9 pesos. But don't consume those things.
This is one of the things we're going to take. It's coconut milk. It costs 10 yuan. It's even cheaper than at the supermarket below the house. This is one of the few supermarkets where you can find things like cheese, mozzarella, or even cheese. Like this, in slices, the kind used for hamburgers. We also have cheese, cream, and basic things like butter. They're also hard to find in Chinese supermarkets. I didn't know, but Maxi just realized that this whole section is like Chinese medicine or Chinese medicine supplements. You say these are probiotics, right? Yes, and then this, I don't know what it is. This bird's nest thing is always very famous. Bird's nest for the skin. Apparently it's something they also sell at Sam's. But I've never tried it or seen it anywhere else, so I don't know how it's used.
Look, the Oreos have images of the most famous monuments in China. This one is the Temple of Heaven, honestly. I don't know what it is, but it's nice. I like the idea, and they also have Oreos like fluffy donuts. I tried them, I didn't like them much, especially because this one is like vanilla flavor or something like that. We need to buy oatmeal, and it really caught my attention how Quaker has adapted to Chinese culture. They even put the symbol of abundance in the center of their package, and this cheese. This character is read as Fu, and it means abundance, money, happiness. Let's say it encompasses many positive terms in just one. and they put it upside down, but why turn it over? In Chinese, it's called Tao, which also means to arrive, so it would be read as Fu Tao, which means abundance or prosperity. They have come to me, so it's something very auspicious to have on your packaging, and they've already sold it to me, huh? And here we're having a little disagreement discussion because these are two types of oats. This is the oats that we all know, and this one has 5 grains including black beans, black rice, black oats, and 2 others. What I don't know is that here in China, people eat a lot of something called zhou, which is like a porridge and is very healthy, so I want to try it. Noelia says no, and when in doubt, you have to experiment.
We arrived at the fruit section. We're looking for blueberries, apples, and other things, and wow. This is the first time I've seen green lemons from Mexico or limes.
Lemons from Mexico, these really are lemons. These lemons.
But these are very small. They're smaller than the ones from Mexico. I mean, the funny thing is that there's no in-between size. It's either miniature or giant. Max says that strawberries are cheap.
Well, in China?
In China, 500 grams for 25 or 26 yuan is pretty good. And over here we have blackberries, and we also have blueberries, which we eat every day with our oatmeal. I'm gonna take this big one, which costs 19 or 20 yuan. We're not going to buy any of this, but that's it. Just so you have a reference, that's about 70 pesos.
3 cans of Corona, 500 milliliters each, 70 pesos. So you're talking about 25 pesos per Corona, more or less. 23.21.
That's fine since they're 500 milliliters.
How much do they cost? At OXXO, the classic glass bottle ones are 8 for 3. 24-25 pesos.
Yes, that's about what we could find in Mexico, which they also sell here. Corona is a brand that has a big share in the Chinese market. And another funny thing we found is, we don't know what's in it. This wine, called Penfolds, but it costs 598 yuan. 298 for the teddy bear version, and now we're heading to the checkout with everything we bought to see how much this little teddy bear adventure costs.
4,510 pesos, which is about $50.
I don't know if this happens to you when you leave the supermarket, but many times we pay and then we're left thinking like, what did we even buy? Look, the aesthetics at Walmart are really nice. The hairdryer they use is cool and it's cheap, huh? A kid's haircut costs 15 yuan and an adult's costs 20 yuan. Is the salon at Walmart pretty affordable?
We came out and it's already night. I realized it goes here. The dentist consultation, I imagine it's for an evaluation and then they send you to the doctor, but besides the dentist there are also little clothing stalls. You start to see quite a bit of life because the weather is really nice and there's also a lot of traffic. But anyway, now we're going back home to drop off our things and work a bit before our evening walk and dinner. These are the high school uniforms I mentioned. Everyone wears the same ones. They're comfortable and convenient. Do you agree?
Yes, honestly, I do. Wouldn't you like to have a uniform for every day? Again?
Well, I have one. I think in the last video I was wearing the same cap and the same sweatshirt.
Let's go make dinner. I think for the first time on this channel, you're going to see me cook something. I've thought that for dinner, we're going to make a very simple and light mushroom cream soup. Some beef steaks that I have in the freezer. Very easy, very quick. This is my process. For the mushroom cream soup, we only need a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion, and of course the mushrooms. You can use any kind of mushrooms you like. Right now I have champignons. They're champignons, but last time I made it with some mushrooms I found at the supermarket because there weren't any champignons, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try, and it turned out really well, I would say. You saute the onion first, then the garlic, and then you add the mushrooms. I use a pressure cooker for this whole process. I feel like I make less of a mess that way, and then I just put everything in the blender and proceed to blend it, puree it, whatever you want to call it. Welcome to cooking class with Nick Feedley, I guess. And for the beef steak, it's a very interesting process. It's something that Max looked into last time because we had the steaks frozen and we didn't know if we could cook them like that, and it turns out we can. Max researched it on ChatGPT. And the only thing we did was put the steak directly in the pan on low heat, flipping it 2 minutes on each side. We put it in the oven, set it to 150 degrees Celsius, and left it in there for about 8 minutes. Very simple, but I do think it makes a difference and the steak turns out really well.
Pumpkin cream, my favorite. Obviously, I don't know what mushroom cream is. No, honestly, it's really good.
What was happening?
You know what would be good? To have some croutons.
That would be perfect. It's the kind of thing we haven't thought about yet.
I'm a lucky man.
We're learning as we go. Before I couldn't make soup, now I know how to make soup. Now we know we're missing the...
Now he knows how to make soup, chicken broth, tinga. I know how to make oatmeal and eggs and fried eggs.
Yes, we've eaten at home almost every day, all 3 meals ever since we arrived, that's all.
There have been about 2 or 3 days that we haven't been here. We've either gone for the visa issue or we've gone to the hospital because of Max.
And well, we eat at a healthy restaurant like the one today, more or less.
But the day comes to an end. If you want to see the tour of our apartment, we'll leave it for you here on this card, here on this card.
Goodbye.